One of the questions that I get asked all the time is, how do I structure my franchise offering? In other words, how much money could I make in my company if I were to franchise that business? And now those questions are two entirely different questions depending on whether you're asking it from the point of view of a franchisee or whether you're asking it from the point of view of a business owner. If you're a business owner and you're looking at franchising your company, my best estimate would be that for the amount of money that you would have to spend to open up another outlet or territory of whatever it is that you're doing is probably about what it would cost you to franchise your company, at least initially. The difference is you pretty much know what you could make if you were to open another location of your business. If you're currently running your business, you would have to replace yourself with somebody else to continue to run the business that you're running, and you would go out and open the new area. If you did that, the money that you were making would be impacted a little bit because you would have to pay a manager to do the work that you were doing. That's very different than if you franchised your company. Now certainly you're still going to have to make the transition from doing everything the way you do it every day to now doing what you do every day plus helping to grow your franchise company. But for about the same amount of money that you probably would end up spending to open another outlet or another market or another location, you could probably use that same money to franchise your company. Now the difference is you don't necessarily have the same upside. In fact, I would argue that your upside if you franchise your business is immeasurably higher than what it would be if you're just simply to open another location. In other words, there is no ceiling to what you could accomplish. I've seen companies come in here and have hired FranCorp to build their franchise program, and they've sold over 200 franchises in their first year. Now, that doesn't happen for everybody. It's more typical that a client will sell a handful their first few years. But even if you only sell a few franchises, let's say 10 in your first 3 years, and you charge the average of $35,000 for the franchise fee, and you charge 6% of royalties, let's say that equates to another $30,000 a year, then you're going to generate about $300,000 in royalties from those 10 on an annual basis, plus $35,000 times 10, which is $350,000 in upfront franchise fees. So it doesn't take very long to realize that with a skeleton crew staff, you can drive some very high margin revenue and help your company to go to the next level because you're worth more for what you know than what you can do in a day opening another outlet. And for the same amount of money invested, at the end of the day, it's a cost of capital issue, isn't it? So for the same cost of capital of opening another outlet, why would you want to do that when you could invest that money in growing your company via a franchise model of distribution? So I urge you to look into this as a serious alternative to your company, especially right now when not a lot of companies are looking into franchising. Now is the time to take a serious look at franchising because this is going to be looked back on 10 years from now is one of the golden eras of franchising because with all of the people that are on the market that don't have jobs, nearly 10% of the unemployed population here in this country that cannot find replacement income for their families, many of those people are working in franchise situations now. They acquired a franchise to replace their income. And that could be somebody that might be buying from you in 6 months from now if you decide to franchise. So if you'd like to learn more about how you might be able to take advantage of this phenomenon, visit our website at www.francorp.com or give us a call at 1-800-FRANCHISE.